welcome back to another one of these speculation videos. One could say it's speculation time. God, that's old. So basically, the main premises of this video is going to be similar to the one I've made before, called The Future of Alton Towers, which obviously I covered the entirety of Alton Towers' possible future, whereas this one is going to be solely based on just Secret Weapon 9 and what their next coaster could be. As with that video, I spend about 3 or 4 minutes discussing my opinions, and then I go over to you guys pretty much, because I've asked on YouTube, Twitter and Instagram about your guys' opinions, and to my joy, half of them were saying a certain coaster should be removed, and it was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, God. Anyway, here's what I think SW9 will be, and where it will go. So I'll begin with where I think it will be. I think it will be in one of 3 places. First one is around Gloomy Wood, so near Jewel, kind of backing on from where Wickerman and Katanga Canyon are, or going towards Nemesis Subterra and Forbidden Valley, or where that used to be, because it's kind of gone now. So much for the Phalanx restoring it or whatever. It's now just Project 42. But you know, it's still Nemesis Subterra. In that kind of area, there's been a lot of kind of clearing of trees before. I'm pretty sure I noticed one time going there, and I know others probably have as well. But it'd be interesting to see something add to Gloomy Wood, because all it is please don't touch your glass. Then another place I think it could be is probably the car park nearest to Galactica. It really does kind of just flatten out an entire area if they were to get rid of it as a car park, and it would provide so much space for a brand new coaster. And someone did bring this up on, I don't know whether it was when I asked for it, if not I'll just try and find it, and if I can't then I apologise for that, but I remember someone saying that they noticed that obviously Alton Towers have planned permission to upgrade one of their field car parks to make it more suitable and more permanent use. So whether that mean they might be making a brand new area for a car park so that they can get rid of that one, who knows? That may just be more renovation for overflow. You never know. And the final place I think it could be personally is, I know this one, you probably, if you watch my channel, you will know that I will be happy about this. In place of Rita, arguably the worst coaster on park. I don't think I've ever really mentioned my thoughts about Rita, because I've never actually said that it's a bad ride at all. But no, my genuine opinion about it is that there's so many other good coasters in that park, such as Smiler, Wickerman recently, Nemesis, Air to some extent, 13, that's a really good family coaster. Runaway Mine Train and Octonauts, all brilliant coasters, along with Spinball Wizard, that's another one. And yeah, it's just nowhere near as good as any of them. So as you can tell by what I've just said, I wouldn't mind if Rita was ripped out and replaced with a brand new coaster. It would just, I think, a new coaster would fit the area more nicely, because, well, Rita wasn't even supposed to be the theme of the Dark Forest. It was supposed to be like drag racing, or I don't know really what it was. But then they've now just kind of said, oh, it's next to 13, it's now Dark Forest, let's add a bit of like trees going along the control box, and now it's themed to that. So I think they could do a lot better if they were to just put something else in its place. As for what they put in its place, let's talk about that for a minute. In my opinion, as a lot of people responded to the question I put up elsewhere, obviously I'll get back into that later on, a lot of people said an Intamin Blitz in Rita's place, and to that I agree. As for the other places I mentioned, I can imagine something, a family launch coaster or an Intamin Blitz, as I said, going along that Gloomy Wood section. Maybe, I'm not too sure, they could just do something else in that area that would be quite nice. It wouldn't be too thrilling, I don't think. But it would work with the terrain well, that would be the main thing there. And as for the Galactica car park, with the other 2 areas, you kind of have to keep the Dark Forest theme in the Rita's place. The Rita in Rita's place, and then building one in the Gloomy Wood, you'd have to keep that similar themed to the Gloomy Wood. Whereas, with this car park, I mean, they put Galactica in the same place as Nemesis. I don't know what else they could contrast that whole thing with. So I think if they were to try and do a brand new theme, they would go for the car park next to Galactica. But if they were going to implement it somewhere else, they would definitely go for one of the other two I mentioned. But that is just my opinion. It's time to look at some of yours. I think I'll start this time with Twitter, work my way through that, and then go to YouTube, and then do Instagram last, because I remember doing Instagram first last time. And YouTube comments in that community post are new to the scene of this type of video, so we got to give them a warm what am I saying? There are 3 possible sites: replacement of Rita, replacement of that's a point, replacement of Spinball. Forgot to mention that. Something like Dwervelwind even, that would be insane. That would bring in a lot of crowds, I think. Or on the car park behind Galactica. I think the latter is most likely, as Wickerman was rumoured to go there. Type of coaster, single rail. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. SW9 will be an SNS Axis coaster or RMC Custom Raptor and will go in place of Rita. Personally, I don't see a Raptor coming to Alton Towers because if you think about it, their throughputs are incredibly low and it just wouldn't work with the crowds there. Not even joking, a launched RMC hybrid doesn't seem too unrealistic. World's first launch hybrid. That could definitely be something they would probably look into because we know Merlin and their world's first wooden coaster to combine flames and wood, or a Mack Big Dipper in Spinball Spot. That's either that or, as I mentioned, a Mack spinning coaster. Either one of them would fit so well in Spinball Spot. Say no more. Wait, what? Oh my god. What have you done? What have you done? Why is Red Force in Alton Towers? Mass deforestation equals healthy environment. I don't think that would happen, but I do like the Ferrari logo. It's very authentic. The clearing by Swarm. I think that's enough of Twitter today. Community tab. Here we go. And 208. It's mental. Obviously, because there's so many, I'm not going to be able to read through them all. So I'm just going to have a look at a few of them. Hopefully a new water coaster as towers are lacking water rides. Through the gardens maybe, or in Gloomy Wood. Themed to the dark forest in a boat ride. But that's not a bad idea. They definitely do need water rides, but they also need flat rides as well. So maybe over the next couple of years we'll see them kind of accompanying for that. Is that even a word? Okay, this guy's literally written an essay. I'm not going to read it out, like all of it, because it'll probably take forever. But all I'm seeing really is the B&M wing coaster like Swarm, not be that tall. 4 inversions or more. The ride would go into a completely dark tunnel and it would do a heartline roll. Lots of head choppers, foot choppers. Interact with 13 as well. Name Blackout. Themed sort of like Saw Alive is sinking. No, but genuinely, I think that's a very good idea. Having a B&M wing coaster, whether it be launched or not, in the dark forest, in place of Rita. Raj's bouncy bottom burp gets RMC'd. It's too early for it to get RMC, don't say that yet. Another one here, they've always wanted a wing coaster in the Gloomy Wood themed around bats. Again, another wing coaster. A wing coaster in Alton Towers would be good. We're kind of complete. It's got an invert, it's got a dive, it's got flying. Now it could do with a wing. See, I'm just getting loads of these ones. Replace the whole part with a dueling coaster, one side Raj, the other front. For God's sake. Big dark ride, like Simpsons at Universal, where David Walliams just does something. Don't know what though. Perfect storyline, perfect storyline. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of RMC's Mack coasters. Water coasters are coming up a lot now. Again, wing coasters, SNS Axis, all these kind of ones. I would like to go through them all, but as said, it's going to end up being about a 7-hour video if I go through every single one, and I'll probably start speaking about each one for about a light year. This video has already turned out way too long, so what I may do is go through a couple of the Instagram ones and then maybe make a part 2, because genuinely this video will go on for absolutely ages if I continue. So leave a thumbs up if you want to see a part 2. Multi-launch focus on airtime and whippy transactions. I'm guessing that was meant to say transitions, and replacement of Rita. I agree, that would be a very good idea. I'm hoping for another wooden coaster, but I know it won't happen. Unless they get an RMC. Yeah, as you said, I don't really see another wooden coaster being built because they already have Wickerman, and it kind of caters for both the Walliam family because it's obviously well themed and everything as well. Has anyone ever said to replace Wickerman with a Zamperla Volaire? How has no one said that? That is an absolutely intelligent point, and they should do that. 3 launch Intamin Blitz through the trough of the rapids. Rapids removed. Big up to Luca. And also, That is a good point. Intamin Blitz 3 launches, that would make such good use of the space, and I definitely agree with that. In place of Oblivion, that's quite controversial, because I don't think I know a lot of people who wouldn't be very happy with what you just said. And we'll finish on this one. Again, big up to Jack Silkstone, an RMC at Thorpe Park. And that is where I end it today. I'm going to keep this outro short, because it's been way too long of a video anyway. And I know that before even editing, because it just looks long. If you guys want to see a part 2, as I said, feel free to like the video. I'm not going to set a like goal. I just want to know if you guys want to see a part 2 of me responding to these. It will take less time than this, due to there not being any of me saying, oh, this and that. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord server, link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.
Embarking on an